That's a bit too quiet. Oh, hello. Fancy meeting you here. Right, yeah, I'm looking down because that's where my OBS is, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. The reason why it's over there is because it's on my smaller monitor, and I usually put it on that monitor, but that monitor's turned off because apparently I can't have any more monitors when I'm using VR, or in particular the Pimax Crystal Super, which does not like any more monitors. But anyway, I really can't see what's going on this screen. That's the problem. Very, very small. That should be fine. No, that no. Okay. I guess. Can I not? No. Okay. Okay. Right. Enough chatter. Hope everyone's doing okay. Yeah, and I hope my microphone is working. Seems to be, doesn't it? Yeah, perfect. Good to see you, Mark, mate. Thank you for everyone joining me this evening. I have got 4, well, this is the first. I've got another 3 live streams to come in the coming week. All 7 PM UK starts. So today we're looking at the latest airport by SoFly, which is Bristol. Echo Golf Delta, I think. I think. And on Sunday we are going to be taking a better look and a more up-to-date look of Perseverance scenery design, Doncaster Sheffield, which, by the way, guys, is looking blooming fantastic. It's looking good. But the good thing on Sunday is we're not just going to be seeing it from videos and screenshots. We're actually going to be there, so we're going to actually see it inside the simulator, and I'll be taking you around. And obviously we're going to be joined by Liam from Perseverance Scenery, and he's going to be talking to us and telling you some of the things that he's been doing, some of the progress he's made, and obviously give you a bit more of an idea of how the development is going on for Doncaster Sheffield. As I say, it's looking fantastic. I have put some screenshots on my social media today, as well as my Discord. And then on Tuesday we've got back-to-back streams. We've got Tuesday, Wednesday. We haven't got next Sunday stream. I am away for a week after that, so there won't be. I actually fly first thing on the Monday, so I won't be live streaming next Sunday. But we've got Tuesday the 18th and Wednesday the 19th of November, and they are going to be pre-release streams. Okay, guys, they're both going to contain giveaways like this one. So we've got 3 out of the 4 streams are going to be giveaways. Obviously this Sunday Doncaster Sheffield won't contain a giveaway for obvious reasons, but Tuesday we're going to be taking a look at Burning Blue Designs' latest scenery. Dave, good to see you, mate. Yeah, sorry, but good to see you, Dave, mate. Where you off, Mark? I'm going back to Prague, mate. Was there at the start of the year in May, but my brother actually wants to go there, and he's actually paid for us to all go with him and show him the light of the Czech Republic. So that'd be nice. But I fly first thing on Monday from Liverpool. On Tuesday we're taking a look at Burning Blue Designs' latest and greatest. It's the pre-release version, or the pre-release first look at Wolverhampton Halfpenny. So I don't know if anyone knows about their latest developments, but they are going to be releasing Halfpenny, so Wolverhampton Halfpenny Green Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I have got 2 copies to give away for you guys. On Wednesday we're also looking at a brand new airport releasing next week. We're looking at Rhode Island Providence Theodore Francis Green International, which is not any builds, of course, that's been out. This is from Dreamflight Studios, and by the way, guys, please try and tune in for everyone, of course, but Dreamflight Studios, let me just tell you, I've been working on some things, some little bits for that today and yesterday, and the detail is phenomenal. So join me on Wednesday. Every stream we've got coming up, as well as today, obviously, is 7 p.m. UK starts. So yes, please join me. Let's get into this, guys. So I don't usually do a lot of flying to the particular airport we're seeing, but you know what? It's a nice day in the simulator, and it's not going to be a far hop. If you can see in the background there, we're at Cardiff and we're going to Bristol, so we're just going little hop over the water, and hopefully I can actually take you there in one piece. We'll have a look. The reason why I'm doing it is obviously I like to keep my streams around the 2-hour mark, and I to be very, very honest, I don't want to be just aimlessly wandering around the airport for 2 hours. It's not one of the bigger airports, obviously, I've looked at, so you know, I want to obviously show you guys what it's like to approach there and stuff like that, and the detail. For this particular, do you know what? I don't even know where I put my drink. Did I even bring that drink up in the end? I've actually got the door open today because we've got the radiators on. It's boiling. I've got like a little radiator in my computer. I've got a radiator to my right, so hopefully I stay quite warm. I need that drink though. Where the hell did I put it? I might have to go and get it. But yes, we're going to have a look around it. There's some fantastic details in SoFly Bristol. It has been out for, I think, I don't know, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. But I have got a copy to give away. So, like all my giveaways, stay active in the live stream. We will, or I will rather, be giving that prize out between 8:30 and 9, around that. Yeah, around that time. So if you're interested in the giveaway, that's when I'll be drawing the winner, and it's when I'll be asking everyone to make sure that they're in what's that in the chat and being active, so you are all in with the chance of winning. Anyone's interested in doing that, as you know, guys, if you've partaken in any of my giveaways, I like to make sure that I show you guys that you are active in the stream, and yet you are entered. It gives everyone the best chance. Okay, if you are the winner, if you are looking to enter the giveaway and you are the lucky one, I do ask that you put your email into your YouTube profile so I can contact you. That is the only thing I'd say. Gary, good to see you. Thanks for coming in, mate. So we're going to just hop in the Vision Jet. I like flying this. It's a lovely little plane. I think it looks like a weird plane, but I really like flying it. We're going to hop over to Bristol. I'm going to show you some of the details in Bristol. It's very, very nice. It's very, very nice. I haven't taken a look at a lot of it because, as you know, I do like to leave these airports for my first impressions. It's available on SoFly's website. You can buy it off their website. It's available now, £13.99. It isn't currently supported with Sim Update 4 beta, which I've actually been using recently for virtual reality recording and performance, which is fantastic. And in general, the performance for on Sim Update 4 beta is fantastic. Sim Update 3 is still pretty good. I've come back to it and it's still pretty nice. Actually, I can't complain. But it is noticeably a hell of a lot nicer on Sim Update 4 beta. So just obviously, word of caution, there's a couple of things that don't work, a couple of features that don't work in some Sim Update 4 beta. I have tried it on the Sim Update 4 and it does work. There's no sort of anomalies, stuff that's really going to annoy you, but some things don't. There's an elevation glitch somewhere, I think landside, and I think some of the doors don't open on the terminal in Sim Update 4 beta. So if you want the full experience, then Sim Update 3 is absolutely fine. I'll talk you through some of the features as we go and as we look around. But from what I've seen so far, it is quite nice, really, really nice. Really interested to see this one in a bit more detail and show you guys what it's all about. Where are we taking off from? Gary, good to see you, mate. Yeah, as I say, good. Thanks, mate. Where we're taking off from? We're actually at Cardiff. We're not far. We're not going on a long flight here. I don't generally do flights, as I say. I like to just get down to it and show you guys all the detail. I like to have a good little look around, close up. As you know, if you've watched any live streams and videos, I like scenery is my thing more than aircraft. There's a lot of other people on YouTube who do fantastic videos of aircraft, you know, first looks and taking them for a flight and stuff like that. I like to think I'm a bit better at the airport side of things, but we're taking off from Cardiff. Just a quick hop. I've done a little quick flight plan. There's going to be no ATC or anything like that, but yes, I'm looking forward to all these live streams coming up. I've got, as I say, I've got quite a few guys, and this is gonna be the first of 4 in the next week. I'll remind you guys a bit later on, but like I say, if you do want to get involved in the giveaway, I will be announcing the winner between 8:30 and 9ish. So if you do want to get involved, that's the time to sort of really be active in the chat and make sure that you let me know, and I can show you guys who is active and who's entered into the giveaway. So we're not really going to look too much into vision yet, but if you do fly, you'll see fuel quantity mismatch is always a thing. You can obviously enter things into your fuel and your weight if you'd like to, but all you do is you go to your middle screen, go to fuel and FOB sync and confirm it. And then your park and brake is the only warning we've got. You can go back and add your weight and balance and stuff like that, but we're not gonna bother with this flight. Let's stick we don't really need the strobes on yet, but let's stick them on. It is quite an easy. I did watch a young YouTuber, Real Pilot, who flies only prop planes, get a chance to fly this over in America, and he did really well. And just the guy was showing him what to do, and I was like, seriously, that is literally the startup process, and there's nothing much else. Everything seems to be sort of going on here. Everything's aligned, and yeah, looks okay to me. Let's make sure that we've got. I'm just gonna double check what the. Hopefully it's on here. 110150 should be 110150. Okay, that's perfect. I probably didn't have to do that then, but and all we do is we set it to run. Leave it at about 5 seconds, I think they say, and then we can. Oh, it's a bit of an weird audio sound glitch here where it kind of starts going off. So yeah, we're in Cardiff. This livery is from flightsim.to. There's a reason why I've got this livery. You'll find out next week. What's going on here? Why is there so many? Okay, that's generators. Probably why that was. We're not going to be going that high up for that anyway, so no point. Okay, okay. Now, this does have my... Yeah, that's... I don't think that's particularly right, but... We'll see what happens, because my flight path is... Or my flight plan, rather, is this... It's a bit of a weird one. I think we've got a direct ILS into 09 into Bristol. The thing is, the last time I did a Vision Jet flight, it went absolutely perfect. ILS approach, fantastic. Flight plan did its thing. The last time I did it on a stream was Newcastle, when we were looking at Newcastle, and it just didn't bother. So let's see how this goes. On the map, on the actual aircraft, it's completely different. So, oh well. Let's just get to Bristol. Let's just get to Bristol. As you guys know, I've been doing a lot of flying in virtual reality lately, and it's very difficult to go back. I'm not getting pushed back, guys. I'm just going to do a turn here. Where am I going, by the way? Let me just have a little look. Yes, so yeah, been doing a lot of flying in VR, and it is hard to go back to a 2D screen, I will admit. Just the fact that you've got, you can just, you know, you can look everywhere, you can look down, you can look over and have a, you know, your map. What is happening here? Whole aircraft seems to be sort of dragging to the right. I'm not too sure what that is. Interesting. Interesting. I'm not too sure why. It'll be me. I've done something wrong. No doubt. We're just going to do you know what? No, we will just dive over the runway and head back over. Sorry, head back over the, not head back over. We're just gonna dive over the runway and taxi round back over to, I think it was 20, I think. But yeah, I've got a copy to give away of SoFly's Bristol. So if you are wanting to enter, make sure you're active in the chat, and I will announce a winner between 8:30 and 9, as I say. And at the start of the stream, I did mention we have got another few, another three streams. Sunday we're taking a better look at Perseverance scenery, Doncaster, Sheffield, which, by the way, guys, it's looking absolutely fantastic. It's not ready. It's still in active development. So I think it's quite cool that Perseverance are giving me the opportunity to look at the scenery so early, and actually so alien, and show you guys what it looks like in the simulator. Tuesday, Burn and Blue Designs, Wolverhampton Halfpenny Green. Another fantastic, listen, I've seen it, I've taken a few screenshots of it. It looks fantastic. Another fantastic Burn and Blue Designs UK Airport. 2 to give away on that. And then Wednesday we are looking at Dream Flight Studios, Providence, Rhode Island, Theodore Francis Green International Airport, and another fantastic airport, guys. I've been doing a lot inside that recently, and it's a detailed one. It's very, very cool. Very, very cool. You've got me hooked on the Biomax. Is the Super still pre-ordered? So, you know, I think you can buy the, unless it's sort of out of stock or anything, but I'm pretty sure you can just go ahead and buy it. And the only one I think I know that is in pre-order is the OLED model, which a lot of YouTubers have got their hands on now. So the 4K OLED model. isn't out yet. That's still in pre-order. Now, I didn't put my toga out there. Can I do it now without being... I also didn't change my altitude. We're only going to go to 3,000. Hey, I'll be back later. Need to have a look at the new Valve headset. Yeah, it's looking good, isn't it? It's looking good. The not the Steam Deckard as we thought it was going to be called, but the Steam Frame. Looking very interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, Dave, I think it's either out. If it's out of stock, then it's. I don't think it's technically it would be pre-order again, then wouldn't it? But it's the OLED model that's not out yet. Now, again, not too sure what's happening with the flight plan because. Well, unless he's going to make this turn for me, which I'm on nav. Going up to 3,000. We might have to just wing it, no pun intended. But yeah, I'll see you soon, Tony, mate. I'm going to be looking at watching Linus's tech tip video on it. They've just uploaded a video for it. Looking forward to taking a look at that. Yeah, I'm not too sure what the aircraft's doing, so I'm gonna have to stick them into a sharp turn using head and hold mode. It's quite weird because I did sync this up from the menu. The flight plan, that is. So not too sure. I'll also say that the flight plan is active on my map here, but it's all the way over here, like I took off on the other runway. So but yeah, Dave, it's very hard to come back to the 2D monitor after doing VR. Very, very hard. I'm really enjoying it. So it isn't GPS. Just going to give it one more little turn to 90. And when we get over to the magenta line, we should be able to get back on it. What I really want to do, guys, is just obviously show you the ILS approach into runway 09. That's kind of the reason why I did a little flight to start with. So directly back over Cardiff Airport, just down to the left there. That's quite a nice handcrafted airport in the update, in the UK update scene, the UK update basically. I think we're gonna stick this into manual auto thrust. Let's see if we can get the aircraft to, I think it is actually in GPS now, it should be fine. We're looking at a little sort of right-hand turn if it all works out fine. I'm also going to stick this down. It's going to do a little nasty dive. I'm not too sure why it does that kind of a... That's fine, that's fine. That's fine. So I hope you've all been well today. I mean, listen, the channel's doing well, guys. I've noticed there's been quite a lot of new subscribers. videos are doing all right. You know, it's nice to see. But like I said to you guys, coming back into the YouTube sort of after a year and a half of being away, that wasn't really my thing. That was one of the biggest things that took me out of loving doing YouTube was looking at the numbers. So I still look at them, but not. I look at them in a sense of just out of curiosity mostly, just to see how the video is doing, and some do nice, some do good, some do okay, some do better than expected. So, but yeah, I have got more. Oh, I've got more VR videos to come. That is definitely a thing that's going to be more of. But over the next week before I go away, there's going to be some new product trailers back on the channels, which is again lovely to see, mixing it up. So yeah, I've got some trailers to show you guys for some new airports. So that's going to be good, isn't it? And I'm going to try and get a video done that I can schedule while I'm away as well, because I'd like to really do that. But I hope everyone has been doing well. I do need to watch Linus Tech Tips video on the new Steam frame. Probably not something I'm going to be able to go and get at all, but it's very interesting to see that it's going to be an all-in-one VR headset, like the Quest 3. It's going to be a Quest 3 competitor, Quest 4 competitor even, wirelessly sync over. So it's going to have its own virtual. From what I've seen briefly, it's going to have its own virtual desktop site type solution where you can stream your PC VR headset, PC VR games to it. It's going to have its own PC. It's going to have its own standalone games. You can play all of your Steam library games in 2D on like a big screen. That's going to be mad. You need seafronts. I do, Mark. I do, mate. I do. I have got global ships installed, but they just don't seem to. They appear in some places, but not all the time. But yeah, I'll look at that. We won't be far from. I might just go down a bit more. Maybe 2,000. This is going to put us into a steep descent. I'm not too sure why it does that, because I know my vertical speed. Look at that. I need to look at that. There'll be something that I'm doing wrong, but is what it is. Is what it is. I'm not too concerned about having a spot on flight at the minute. I also don't think this has put me on any kind of ILS approach into the airport at all. It is on the EFB, but it doesn't seem to be on the actual aircraft. Okay, there is. I didn't realise Bristol was on that kind of a, almost like a hill, or it's at least at the back of the hill. Abe, good to see you, mate. Nice to see you. And guys, I do apologise. There hasn't been a stream in a while. I'm still feeling a bit groggy in my throat, to be honest. But yeah, on Sunday I wasn't really feeling it. Wouldn't have been my best moments. But yeah, thank you for everyone for joining me. And as I say, there's more to come over the next week or so. Yeah, so there's no kind of, which is a bit of a shame, to be honest. Right, okay, that's a bit better. Yeah, so Gary, I've got a preset on here at the minute. Is it still on the rain? There's a lovely one that has pockets of rain. No, it's not. It's on the Stratocumulus. Rain and clear is quite nice. They're the little sample ones from Floyd. Why haven't you turned, aircraft? Where's it sending me here? Because there's the runway there. Yeah, it just hasn't bothered, has it? Let's see if we can... Right, let's see if I can rescue the approach, guys, and just see if we can bring it down, because we are sort of, where are we now? Yeah, we're half an hour into the start time, so I don't really want to waste any more time messing about. Always seems to be the case with me. Every time I do a flight with a full flight plan, ILS approach, I did one. It was in VR. It was Liverpool to Leeds Bradford. Went absolutely fantastically. Yeah, full flight plan, ILS approach into Leeds Bradford. Spot on. Spot on. Honestly, I mean it. It was spot on. Let's get it all the way turned round and see if we can get it back onto the ILS. You can actually see it changed as well. Go. But yeah, Bristol's really nice. I've had a quick look over it, but there's some nice features that I'll be talking about as we have a little look around with the drone camera. And it's going to dive us down again, isn't it? Here we go. Ooh. Hopefully we've got enough
vertical track.
There we go. We might rescue it, we might not. Let's see. A bit off, but we are on the ILS. We've got our little green diamond and it is straightening out, and it does look like it is locked on to the glide slope as well, which is fantastic. We've got 2 white and 2 red. Beautiful stuff. Probably put the gear down a bit more, a bit too prematurely. And as you can see, guys, there's quite a lot done. This is to reflect the 2025 layout, so you'll notice there's quite a lot of construction around the airport. Now, I haven't been to Bristol. I don't know what it looks like at this moment in time, but certainly SoFly have done quite an extensive bit of detailing around the landside area. A lot of construction. I'd love to have a little fly in one of these in real life. Just sit in the back, just there in these lovely sports car looking seats. Nudging a bit. I'll slip down a tight bit, a tiny bit. Let's get it off on the bit of a stutter there. I'll take it, it's not bad. Runway texture work looks actually quite nice as well. We'll go and park up over there. Although we can't go that way, so... Oh, hang on. Oh yeah, we can. Oh, we can't, and I'm just... Oh, a little bit of a bump there. Oh. As I say, I am running Sim Update 3 now. I have been using Sim Update 4 beta for the past well, ever since I got the Pimax Crystal Super, because just VR performance, just performance in the sim in general is a hell of a lot better. But also the biggest thing is recording in VR is better. You have one single screen rather than the lens view, the two lens view. You have just one display to obviously for OBS to capture, which is great. Trevor, good to see you, mate. Thank you for popping in. As I say, if anyone's interested in the giveaway, I've got a copy of SoFly Bristol. Bristol, put me teeth in. I've got a copy of Bristol to give away, so I will be announcing the winner at about, what, 8:30, 9 o'clock, you know, the normal time, the last half an hour of the stream. And as I say, you've got to be active in the stream, and I will let everyone know who's entered, and, you know, obviously show you guys as per usual, as I always do. If you've taken the time to watch the stream and remain active, then the least I can do is show you that yes, you have entered, and you know you've got an opportunity to win. If you are watching and you aren't subscribed, I would recommend subscribing. I do make all of my giveaways 2 times lucky for subscribers, as I think it's just a nice incentive. Let's turn this bad boy off. And we'll have a look around, and I'll take you through everything while we get everything sort of boxed off here. As I say, it is available. It's linked in the stream description. So the big thing, what I will say is, instantly off the bat, let me see if I can get this shown on here for you guys, because hopefully it works as the simulator is running. Hopefully I can show you as well. So it's like I've lost a limb when I'm trying to work off two screens. I really need the other screen back so badly. Let's see if I can get this up for you, because this was something I was really happy to see, and it's not something new. Other developers do it, but there's a couple of little extra things I want to show you guys in this. So when you download it, you get a program, which is here, Airport Configurator. You basically aim it towards where you've got SoFly products installed, obviously community folder. And as you can see, oh, you can't see now because it's a different box. Okay, that's a bit of a pain in the ass. Okay, how do we do this? Let's see if it's gonna work. Right, there we go. So when you click on the airport, if it's got it available, you'll see this thing, which is fantastic, by the way. Bristol Airport Configurator. So you can toggle people half, off, or normal. Vehicles, exactly the same. Now you can also toggle the interior. SoFly, thank you so much. I don't know if other developers are doing this, but thank you so much. That is what I want to see. Toggle interior. Developers, if you're not doing this, please try and do it. Now obviously you do need some way of configuring it all. You'll need a program, or you'll need the particular storefront to have this kind of option where you can toggle things. Obviously any builds have it, but toggle interior. If you don't want an interior, you can toggle it off. There's no excuses. Toggle ground service equipment and toggle sounds. Yes, this does have sound. So this is another developer who is now going a bit more above and beyond when it comes to immersion, adding sounds in. Love to see it. Really cool. I know Zhevietsky Design was, I think, one of the first, if not the first, to start doing this in his sceneries. And also you've got a GSX profile, which I do have installed, which I could in the stream park an airliner at the gate, which might be the way to go a bit later on. But yes, very happy to see that we are getting a toggleable interior, which is fantastic. Love to see it. Hopefully we start seeing that a bit more. Basically, Gary, yeah, it is, and then people can't really, I guess people can't moan. Obviously adding interiors does take up some development time, of course, but I don't think users of them got to say, but listen, you've put a mad detailed interior into your airport. It's, you know, it's taken vital FPS. Well, there you go. You can toggle it off and on now. So over this side, I'm assuming is going to be a bit of elevation issues. As I say, I am using Sim Update 3. This is the latest Bristol Airport. Over here, I'm assuming is just the you know, the flight school, or maybe just the private terminal. There you go. Pula Aviation Services, which Pula is in, is it Croatia? Is it? Around that area? Nothing really to take you over this section of the airport. Let me just make sure that I've got everything turned up, because as I say, there is sounds included in this, so hopefully you guys can hear it. Obviously, right now it's just the ambient sounds. It does trigger when you are closer to the sounds that are included. A lot of car parking space, but again, I'll be totally honest, when I loaded this into Sim Update 4, I thought that this might be Sim Update 4 beta's issue, but there's sort of elevation, maybe a few bits of elevation that kind of don't look too right. In terms of the building models, the textures, the you know, the overall quality of the building models, what I'd say is they're fantastic. But you know, there's not. So you do have sort of perimeter fencing, but there's not anything in the way of ground equipment here. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing going on. Which, listen, I've never been here. This might just be completely bare. But what I will say is building, modeling and texturing, very, very nice. This to me looks like a bit more of a newer building. I would say this is most likely the fire station, possibly. And obviously a bit of an older hangar here, which does look... I don't know if that's part of the default scenery. But obviously when we get over to the main terminal, you will see a lot of custom work. I haven't looked at the interior at all. I was leaving that for the live stream. You'll also remember there is another Bristol available, but it's outdated now. It's also from a company who just vanished off the face of the earth. It was actually from, what were they called? Oh god, I always forget the name. Who was it? I always forget the name. Oh, and I used to be in touch with them all the time. You guys will know. I know Mark and Trevor, Gary, you'll know. There's another Bristol. It was for 2020. I think it worked in 2024, I'll be honest. But obviously there is another third-party Bristol available. And I would like to see if I can get it installed, see if I can download it again. Pilot Plus, yes. Thank you, Trevor. Yes, that's it. Yeah, they just... Oh, you finished. Oh, sorry, Trevor. Sorry, mate. Just ignore Nightbot. I did see it, mate. I apologise. I've got no control over that. Pilot Plus, yeah. I need to have a look. I need to install that again and dive in and see if it works in 2024. For one, and see what it's like. But I know it's outdated. This is very, very up to date, this airport. But yeah, Mark, I agree. Could do with a bit more sort of, yeah, over this side, the GA side, the private sort of airport side of things, definitely could do with a bit of a zhoosh, a bit of a tart up. But what I would say is that they're all, well, there's a mixture, isn't there? I haven't got Pilot Plus 1 installed, have I? I'm not a plonker and I've got 2 installed. Please don't tell me. Let me just double check this, guys, because knowing me, let's have a little look. No, I don't. No, I haven't. I haven't. No. Don't think I've got any Pilot Plus stuff. No, I haven't. That's fine. It's just we've got a lot of custom cars here. Do you know what I mean? I was a bit put off. So yeah, the thing with I don't want to obviously speak too much about Pilot Plus, but the thing is, you can still buy things. The website's still fully active. There's nothing on the terms of social media. They're still also selling products via Orbex. I did speak to Orbex about a few months back and just said, you know, any idea what's going on with Pilot Plus? And they were like, I think they got it mixed up. I think they thought I was speaking about Pilot Experience or another developer, but they said, oh yeah, we haven't heard from them in ages. I was like, yeah, no one has. They put out some really blooming nice airports as well. Oxford and Biggin Hill, all really, really nice, very high quality airports. But what I would say is, as soon as we start going over to the business end, we go over to sort of, you know, the main terminal, the main stretch of apron, taxiways, everything does get a bit more exciting. It gets a bit more detailed. Does it look like I've got all the scenery installed? I don't think. No, I know, Mark. This is what I'm saying, mate. I'm a bit confused because I haven't got Pilot Pluses, and I don't think there's a handcrafted Bristol. Yeah, there is cars overlapping, mate, but I don't know if there's any other. If there was another airport installed, there would be a duplicate set of buildings, which there isn't. It could potentially not like Orbex. That might what it be. I know there's cars overlapping, but it's custom cars, isn't it? If you look at it, they're not even aligned to the actual parking spaces. If you have a look, these are absolutely fine. There's no overlapping cars, and these are custom car models. These are definitely not ones that you can add in from the scenery editor that is part of the simulator, the SDK. But when you get over here, you'll see some of the default cars in there. I just don't think there's two airports. That's the thing. I don't think there's two airports. If there is a conflict in scenery, guys, I apologize. The only thing I've got that I can think that's causing issues is Orbex scenery, but there's nothing to say that there's any issue with Orbex. Obviously, there's a little note on SoFly's website saying Sim Update 4 is not compatible. I've purposely went back over to Sim Update 3 for this stream. I'm also actually looking on the overhead view. So the little there's a comparison. There's a sort of a comparison slider on the website. Now, from what I can see, obviously it's a top-down view, so I can't really give it the full. But what I'm seeing is it's from about, yeah, so that makes sense. It's around this height from about this angle. You can only see, you can't see these cars here on the image. They start coming into view a bit closer to see, so the image on their website is very, it's higher up. You can see the cars over here. But yeah, Mark, I will ask SoFly. I will see. Look at this here. That's interesting. No, that's exactly how it is. No. That looked weird. If you have a look here, that looked weird, that part of the apron. But that's exactly how it is. So, I don't think there's anything else installed. Orbex might be causing some issues. I don't know, but it's certainly not been sort of actioned up on the website. So yeah, I will ask to see about the cars, but what I would say is that comparison image, you can see these cars actually just visible in the image from above are not aligned to the car park spaces, so I'm inclined to say that this is correct. But let's carry on, folks, and have a little look, because you know what I'm like. You know what I'm like. You know, I'm moving to 8 o'clock, and I do want to give this out as a prize. So over here, ground service equipment, fantastic, all very authentic as well. Little bit of a crossover in ground power units there, but all of the catering, the trucks, the buses are all logoed up, all authentic to Bristol, which is good to see. Performance so far, fantastic. Can't see any sort of hiccups. You can also hear aircraft as well. I don't know if you guys would have heard that, but I'll try and keep my voice down in moments. But they have got ambient sounds obviously playing over the road sounds, and obviously the normal ambient sounds, but you can actually hear aircraft, which is a bit off-putting when you turn around and there's no actual aircraft there, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. There is more of those sounds as well. If you just popped in, thank you for joining. This is the first of 4 streams this coming week. Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I've got more giveaways. Tuesday, Wednesday, I've got some pre-release to show you. So I've got some airports release in the back end of next week to show you a bit early. These are all scheduled on my YouTube. You can actually hear some of the sort of engine sounds of aircraft moving past and flying by, taking off, landing, stuff like that. But yeah, guys, 1 copy of Bristol to give away between 8:30 and 9. I'll be making sure that if you are interested in entering, that you are entered, as I always do. That's how they drive in Bristol. Yeah, the road traffic is a bit crap anyway, isn't it? In Flight Simulator, it always has. And on Microsoft Flight Simulator, I feel X-Plane has really got the traffic a hell of a lot better. It's not miles better, just the cars look better. I mean, look at them; they look like cardboard. Some of them look see-through as well. But as you can see, there is a hell of a lot of construction going on here, which again, this is an up-to-date version. So there's a lot of landside construction going on, and SoFly have done a fantastic job, in my opinion, of doing it all. Bit of flickering on the building here, but I kind of get used to that now with just how flicky things are especially in 2024. They've done a great job, and it gets even more detailed as well. As I say, I haven't been inside to take a look. Yeah, Dave, from the air, they look absolutely fine. They really do. There's times where I've been doing some flying at about 800 to 1,000 feet, and when a car goes past, it's absolutely fine. Absolutely. But when you again, I do apologize for sort of comparing the two, but when you go over to X-Plane 12, the motorways and the fact that you'll see emergency vehicles going along, and motorways can get congested and some of them are a bit more quieter and stuff. It's really well done. But yeah, I understand, mate. Do you think SoFly will keep it relatively current going forward? It's a good question, Gary. I'd like to think when the work's done that they would you know, they'd update it for sure. It would be cool to see, but it's very, very well done. I want to sort of try and go zigzag if I can, because there is a lot to see. As you can see, sort of down the center here, you've got these sort of bridges for passengers going over to. You can quite clearly see the distinction of land side and air side over here. I just hope we can actually go inside the terminal, because the drone camera's not been the greatest lately. They've kind of stopped you being able to go inside interiors. Just look at the background though, the lighting over here. Sorry to sort of go off track a bit, but look at the lighting on the. So what we said, like the Bristol Channel, I'd imagine, just over to the other side, over here to sort of Wales, and it's so nice. It really, really is. Sometimes you just do get a bit distracted by the visuals. That's the thing. Sat here with Principles of Flight books. Great view. Thank you so much. I'm glad I'm providing the visuals while you hopefully study and stuff, but bit of a blinking red light there. We'll go anyway. There's not much in the way. I'm not too sure if that's meant to be like that. I kind of feel like it's meant to be a tunnel, but maybe it is. Maybe it's at a garage type situation. But yeah, I'm very impressed with the ground clutter. Ground clutter is fantastic. Seems to be where it should be. You can actually start to hear some of the passenger ambience as well. As I say, I've got that turned up to the best of my ability. If you guys can let me know if you can hear the ambient sounds. You can actually hear the Ryanair announcements. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm assuming that will get a tiny bit louder once I've where am I here? Can you change the time, Brian, to show the pan lights? Yeah, I will. I'm very terrible, as you know, David, doing night lighting, but I will. I'll try and remind me before I sort of start drawing a winner for the giveaway, mate. I put it back into night lighting and back and forth. I'd rather go around in the daytime and then do a little look around. These are very yeah, let's have a little look. Yeah, not bad, not bad. They just seem a bit flat, the lighting. I don't know. It's not a criticism at all. It's just the internal lights, the actual lights in the terminal look fantastic. Yeah, I completely went off me word there, Dave. But yeah, so I don't forget. Not too sure about the taxiway signs. Very, very illuminated. They look fantastic. What I would say is the lighting looks great. I just don't know how intense they're supposed to be, if that makes sense. They illuminate the grass. Like I'm absolutely blown away with And again, I am sorry to sort of mention X-Plane again, but I was very impressed with the night lighting on an X-Plane. But you know, the night lighting on Microsoft Flight Simulator is just getting. Look at this. Look at the background here. Life begins at 40. Nice to see you. This, I mean, I don't know how intense that is supposed to be. It looks blooming marvelous, like really nice. Like, I'm so impressed with how it's illuminating the grass and the level of illumination. You can actually see they've done the hump as well. This is another thing that is down on their feature list. Is the actual hump going across here. So that is included, and you can see that very well. I'll flick it back to daytime. But from what I've seen so far, fantastically detailed. Can't say I'm overly impressed with the sort of the GA side, the sort of the side. It seems like they've just sort of it's not really, they've not really focused on that side of the airfield, which it is what it is, guys. But for example, here there's a lot. You've got all your Jet 2 baggage carts. You got your snow plows, which I need to also remember to show you as well. Just, you know, the footbridge over here, really cool. It'd be interesting to see if we can actually walk across there in avatar mode. The street lamps, the street signs. Very nicely done, very crisp. Texturing's really good on it. Gary, yeah, if you remind me, mate, I can easily do that. The thing with FSLTL, it just doesn't get the aircraft locations done very well, if that makes sense. So the stands, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. We even got some porter toilets here as well. Bit of flickering on the car park here, which yeah, not nice. Not with the size of the area. But you can see that this whole area is fully under construction, and they've done a really nice job of making it half done, look half done rather. And you can also see that there is people. I think that some of them are animated, possibly, or not all of them, but there is. I've not actually seen these particular player models before, the passenger models. Usually most developers kind of use the same ones, animated or static. You can actually see that there is an interior to the car park as well. All these people lining up. So these guys, I've never actually seen. Oh, that's cool. I thought it was only GSX that did that. I've seen it in the trailer, of course, but I thought it was only GSX. So obviously, even in drone camera mode, it's gonna activate them. It'll do it in avatar mode as well, but you have actually got doors that open. So they're activated by proximity rather than sort of knowing if it's the avatar or it's just basically where the camera is. Basically where the camera is, it'll open doors. That's pretty cool. Love to see it. Obviously, we're seeing more and more of these little features like going up in elevators. Obviously, in one of the Orbex sceneries that I did recently, you could make the hangar doors open and shut with the lights in the aircraft, which was pretty cool. So I've not seen these these models before. They're okay. They're you know, they're fine. The ones that the likes of Burn and Blue Designs and Innie Builds use, they look a bit more realistic. So they're a bit more hyper realistic in the faces. These are fine, but obviously we've got this lady literally just doing the same thing, and it looks a bit scary. But again, I do like animated passengers because they move around. You can see them moving about. The doors opening and shutting there. That is just really cool. I love that. M&S, can you get us a wrap? Of course, mate. Of course I can. It's not. It doesn't look like it's ready to be opened yet. Maybe it's part of the construction. I don't know. This is not just food. This is M&S food. It doesn't look like it's open either. The door's open as well. I'm gonna have to try and go up in avatar mode, I think, chaps and chapettes, if there's any ladies watching as well. But I will have to try avatar mode. I tell you what, the attention to detail is pretty good. They do say this on their website that obviously they are. I don't know, there's no lights in here. Maybe, again, this is maybe still under construction, so I might not walk over here, but I'll tell you what, compared to the other side of the airfield, they've done a whopper job. It's a crack. It's a crack. I don't know what I was trying to say there, by the way. I was trying to do a whopping job or a whopper of a job, but it's very, very nice. So, I also noticed obviously a lot of developers that are doing animated passengers. This will be saving on performance ever so slightly because they're not really doing much. They're just sort of, the body's moving, legs are moving, arms are swaying about a bit. There's no actual passengers moving. It looks like a zombie apocalypse, doesn't it? It looks like if you didn't look at the faces, they're just it's like Shaun of the Dead. That was my zombie impression, by the way. It's exactly how zombies sound. But it's literally, it's not a criticism. And if SoFly see this isn't a criticism, guys. This will be helping performance. Performance is excellent. There's no sort of passengers walking, but I do prefer some animation in the passengers rather than just being static. I think especially when you're at a stand, you can see the terminal building in front of you and there's just static people there. Any kind of animation really, really helps. Really does. But I do really, really love the doors opening and closing. I will try my best to get the avatar up here to have a little look. Let's try and sort of have a little look. We'll have a little quick look. This is the Hampton, again, possibly still under construction. And I would say in terms of the sort of the modelling, the texture and weight, this is probably sort of, I would say either this is still under construction or it's just, it's not what they're focused on. Do you know, the building sort of itself. For me, it seems in a location to where it might still sort of, might be under construction. I don't know. But I think they've done a great job of making this area look like it's, you know, it's still being worked on, and it's really nice. I do love the changes in elevation. I'm not too sure how much of this is what it looks like. I mean, obviously right here you can see some of the, yeah, that's just dropped. That's a 2024 thing. I'm not gonna deduct points. Not that I scored anyone, but I don't know how much this is 2024 and how much it's meant to be. I say I've not been to Bristol Airport, but most part the groundwork, the roads, the barriers, again, this just seems, you know, open. So I'm not too sure why barriers would be there. The fact that you can just go through there, you know, it's just me with my little sort of that looks a bit. But you know, you've got all the rain cover going along here. The signs are very, very, like, really nicely textured, crisp, really, really detailed. And the terminal construction, really nice as well. Got all the authentic signboards as well. Arriving summer 2025, brand new public transport. There we go. You can see what they were aiming for. If it was summer 2025, then I'd imagine this is done now. So this would just be before SoFly sort of. This would be obviously after SoFly have got their hands on it, and this is what this is what it looks like now. So you know, the changes in elevation here. I would say that might be possibly the hotel, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, it would be very nice to see a SoFly come and update it at some point. I don't know what they plan to do. It would be nice to see it change into this. We'll see. We'll see. It's not as easy as people just saying, oh, they're going to update it to make it look like it. You know, it's you know, unless they've already started doing it, I don't know. I will ask SoFly and I will update the comments to the stream. Can anyone else say that? There's a party. I want to find where that party is. The airport ambience is very well done. I can hear passengers. I can hear clinks of plates. You know. Not too sure where the music was coming from. Maybe some kind of bar in the airport. I love to see the check-in desk fully modelled, all the people lining up. Looks great. Someone busking? Yeah, that's what I thought it was, but I can't. Is Bristol known for a busker? Even these doors open. Look at that, guys. It's so cool. So cool. I'm gonna have to dive into the VR headset at some point and have a little look around this airport. Have a walk around it in avatar mode in VR. Really, really detailed. Very impressive. Now they just need to make... Are these doors? No, because I can imagine they possibly can't animate the rotation of these types of doors. That's my guess. So we can go in these doors. I tell you what, these airports are getting so detailed now, aren't they? Hi mate, you okay? I know you've been there for a while, but it is what it is, isn't it, mate? You just have to wait. It's an airport. Everything is so authentic. It really, really is. Bit of flickering up there, but again, it's one of those. I can't really be too critical when they're throwing in detail like this. Very nicely done. Very, very nicely done. Bravo, SoFly. Let's have a little look up here. Some more sort of generic bars and cafes. Trevor, terminal looks as amazing. Such a shame the administrative side hasn't been detailed. The radar tower, which is iconic, seems to be missing. Ah, yeah. So where is that, Trevor? Again, Bristol isn't in my sort of repertoire of familiar airports, unfortunately. I'll have a little quick look. Yeah, it also looks like they didn't do the the actual fire training facility. They did the fire station and the hangar next to it. But and to be fair, the space around that fire station doesn't look like it's overly active. There's cars and there's actually a little, looks like a little Piper with a missing engine next to that hangar. So, but yeah, they didn't put the sort of, you know, the training plane, I guess. Yeah, it's a bit more built up than what can sort of be seen at there. There's also a lot of solar panels, a bunch of solar panels there as well. Not too sure. I can't see where the radar site is, mate. You'll have to let me know. It's by the overlapping cars. Okay, right. I can't see it on Google Maps though. Yeah, if there's obviously if there's things like that, yeah, they probably were. I mean, if you come right over here and you see how much detail they've put in, including sort of up into the, you know, the security checkpoints. Which, by the way, guys, if you want to see a insanely detailed security hall with the actual new CT machines, the ones that look like bloody ray guns, tune in on Wednesday. This is fantastic. The ceiling, by the way, the wood panels up here, look how detailed they've gone here. But yeah, Wednesday for Providence, Rhode Island, Dream Flight Studios. Those guys have done probably the most realistic security sort of hall slash area I've seen, or one of the most detailed with the actual real machines. It's insane. But yeah, we carry on because you know what I'm getting lost in these details, and let's be honest, it's blooming marvelous. Let's have a little look. I can't see any other way we can go, so let's just see what we get here. So what I'm looking for is kind of the next areas of interior. So here is some here. Got some, got Tortilla here with its actual, you know, quick pay machines. Really, really cool. Again, if anyone's been to Bristol, apart from Bristol, you can let me know that these stores are in the correct places and stuff like that. It's looks like quite a modern. I don't know if it's had a refurb or it's just in general a newer airport, but it seems quite modern, quite Norwegian with the wood. Departure boards all seem to be quite authentic. I was in a few airports in the past and they just had some random boards. The announcements, just they add so much. The sounds, I don't think the sound files or the implementation of sounds in sceneries does much to FPS. I'm going to be totally honest. I only say that from having a basic grasp of development. I did some VR experiences back in the day, like VR museums, and I had sound files that I actually had my partner record with a microphone, and it doesn't do much for in the terms of FPS and stuff. So I don't think sounds do much. They don't take that much resource. I could be wrong because I don't know what it's like in flight sim, but I'd like to start seeing more sounds being added into sceneries, because it really does. If you're someone who likes to go inside the terminal and stuff, it's very, very nice. It's it can feel very, very just dead, just immersion breaking when there's no sounds. It sounds like it's the same 2 or 3, maybe just even 1 sound. And we are getting more sounds coming through now as well. Let's have a little look down here. It's quite a... you can't seem to go down there, unfortunately, but it's quite a substantial interior. All these might be gates, and then the buses pick them up and drive through the sort of this complex of sort of alleyway, not alleyways, but you know what I mean, road network around the airside portion. So this is where obviously they probably messed up a bit. There's no actual passengers, but there's passenger noises, which is a bit of a immersion breaker. But again, listen, I'm not... doesn't concern me when they've done... Again, there's no passengers there. Again, I think they've really tried their best to keep this FPS friendly. Doesn't seem to be any passengers airside, apart from just before by the Tortilla restaurant. The sign here, beautifully done. But again, I would like to see some passengers in here, especially when they've got the passenger ambient sounds, you know, and obviously the fact that you can toggle interiors off and on and fine-tune some things. I think if you... Are those cones too big? I think obviously if your system's good enough and you can turn things off and on the way they've obviously give you that option, then yeah, I would like to, especially on the gates, here. The sounds are done pretty well. I'm obviously wearing headphones, and I generally thought that there was a plane taxi in there. Yeah, Zim, Flight Tampa's Humber side is very well done. But the thing with that, Zim, is that obviously Flight Tampa's Humber side, the interior is pretty good, quality's good. I would say sort of, you know, it's miles smaller in scale, obviously. But the Flight Tampa Humber side, they've got every bit of the aerodrome spot on, the private terminal, the helicopter hangar on the other side. Everything is there. The landside area is immaculate. It is very good. But then this is very good as well. It's just obviously there's just not enough over here for me. Which is it's just a shame with how brilliant this side is. But again, that is my only criticism, is that one half of the airport just is a bit unfinished and probably does need a bit more love and attention, the same as this side, because this side is just immaculate. But yeah, I think we need some passengers here, especially with these being stands. And just just everything you've got, your just your detailing on this wall, particularly here, all the AC fans, the barriers, the restriction signs, very nicely done. The fuel tanks here as well. Really, really nice. And what do you know? What I would say, guys, is those sounds are really good. Obviously, you can hear them in bits and as we're going around, you know. But if you do end up buying this, get your headphones on to hear the sounds, because generally just then I thought that there was someone behind me. I thought that I could hear people talking in our house, and it just wasn't. I still can't find out where that music was coming from though. I don't know where it was coming from. Don't know if it's going to allow us to go down here. Yeah, it'll pop us back up just with that collision. But yeah, fair play to SoFly. They've done a lot of interior work, which again is the fact that you can toggle it off and on is another plus for me. I think that is a big thing. I think a lot of developers need to start doing that. If you're a developer who wants to make really in-depth interiors, then having a toggle to turn them off and on is a must. We'll have a look at the ATC tower, but you can see that they've gone all the way along. There's the music again. This guy looks done. He's just fed up, isn't he? He's on his hand phone. Those new hand phones that... Oh. Where's that music come from? I heard it. I don't know what the music is. It just sort of kicks in every so often. See, we've actually got passengers in here, so that's good. That's good. All this massive long pier, departure gates, all have passengers in them. And by the way, the texture work on the tower, on the buildings in general, is good. The tower, look, you can see how weathered it is, and it does have an interior as well. We just don't have any air traffic controllers today, so you probably ain't going on holiday, guys. Pretty cool. A little bit of ATC chatter there. Nice to see. As I say, I remember Zhevietsky Designs doing that for his Renton. You know, his Boeing, the first Boeing factory he did, the Renton one. There was the ATC tower there did have audio, ATC audio, which was fantastic. Let me just run you through, because we are getting on a bit, guys, and I am concerned that I'm not going to be able to give you any prizes. Let's have a little look. Right, so to give you an idea, got the feature list for Bristol. So it's built on 2025 specs. Every building, taxiway, stand, car park recreated for the most up-to-date Bristol Airport ever, which, to be fair, is correct. Again, I'd imagine airside might be done by now, unless they're a bit behind, but certainly the landscape and, you know, the concrete, the grass and stuff probably is completed by now. But again, SoFly would have started this as the construction was happening. The real runway hump experienced the airport's signature runway 09 elevation profile, which, to be fair, they've got spot on. You can see it at night with the lights a lot better than the daytime, but it has got, you know, you can actually see it. You can actually see the sort of it's insane. Very I think that's kind of like Manchester's 2-3 right hump. kind of located just after the threshold, and then you've got to navigate that sort of you know, your touchdown zone is right on that hump. It's really tricky stuff. Crisp HDR textures. I think the texture work is done fantastically. Some buildings are a bit more basic, but again, performance is bloody good. It's really nice, very smooth, very smooth, and I can imagine on Sim Update 4 it's even better. What I would say on Sim Update 4 though, the doors don't work, so those animated doors that we saw just don't work. Immersive audio, we've seen that. Custom ground layers, full GSX integration, we haven't seen that. The GSX profile was from Elton, I can't say that, Hemjmarson for seamless realism. It's on flightsim.co. Dynamic seasons, we have not seen this. It's optimized for performance. Performance is fantastic, and obviously it comes with the SoFly airport manager, which I've briefly showed you. The seasons is something I haven't showed you. So basically what we need to do for the seasons, I haven't checked this out myself, but it looks bloody good. It looks good. Let's have a little look and see if we can make this happen. So you can see that the dynamic sort of humps of snow, heaps of snow, if you were to take the temperature up, sometimes, there you go. But yeah, bit of a glitchy one there, but yes, you do have piles of snow accumulated along the aerodrome where the plows would have put them. Now, I'm pretty sure they said that the plows also move, but I'm not too sure if that's the case. You can actually see tracks going through the snow there. But little added details like this is really nicely done. I like to see that. You whack the snow up even more. I'm not too sure if there's any other tips on how you do it. So yeah, snow piles and snow plows as well, and I don't know if they dynamically move around. I know there's a couple here. Night lighting's fantastic, but I think in general Sim Update 3 started introducing that, and then Sim Update 4 is even nicer, especially from up above. You know, when you're flying sort of 30,000 feet above the cities, the light and masking is a hell of a lot better. I don't know if there's a way if the snow, the plows, the actual plows themselves move about. I'm not too sure if they do that, but interesting, very interesting. Has the approach light structure been added to 09? Let's have a little look. Certainly looks like it, Trevor. There you go, mate. I'd imagine you're talking about that. I don't know if there's any further structures. I also don't know if they're that high. They look a bit sort of abnormal. You know what I mean? They don't look normal. They don't look like they should be that high. I don't know if they are, but yeah. So you can buy this. I've linked it below. I have got a copy to give away, which will be getting that sorted out very, very soon. Looks great. They are really high. Yeah, they look like really, like, you know, not menacing, but you know, they look a bit like, whoa. Let's have a little look at this, because obviously I want you guys to be able to see the giveaway. So let me just get that set up now. That seems to be fine. You might see it flashing on screen. Oh no. There we go. Okay, so that's all ready for you guys. Let's see what time we're on now. So we're on 22, guys. So I'm going to give me sort of 10-minute warning for yourselves. So if you are interested in winning a copy, I've got one copy today. Just be active in the chat in the next 10 minutes. Speak amongst yourselves. Ask me some questions. If there's something I've missed out in particular, then I can have a look at. Certainly GSX profile is something I haven't shown. So what we could do is take a look at popping our aircraft on stand 25 and just seeing these. I don't know if these doors open with the camera. Let's have a little look. Do they? Yeah, they do. So I think GSX profile wise, I don't think they're going to be an issue. I think passengers will come out of there, but GSX profiles are something that you would like to see. The overall look of the scenery is a little too cartoonish, quite a few inaccuracies. I like Flight Tamper's Humberside modelling over this. Flight Tamper's Humberside is just immaculate. I love it. I wish Flight Tamper, I know there's a lot of people doing UK sceneries, but I think Flight Tamper taking a pop at someone's, I mean, obviously, personally, I think we need a newer Stansted. We definitely need another Liverpool. I'd love to see Flight Tamper do Liverpool. I'd be more than happy for that to happen. But I know what you mean, Carl. I think Flight Tamper's is just a very, very overall feature-rich and complete aerodrome. But I like Flight Tampers. I don't know. I think that's really, really nice. Again, guys, I've got a couple of more new airports to show you. On Tuesday, we're having a look at Halfpenny Green, so Wolverhampton Airport by Burn and Blue Designs. Another fantastic, detailed UK airport by them, a little bit up north. And then Wednesday, I've got Rhode Island Providence. I've got that's Theodore Francis Green International, very, very detailed airport by Dreamfly Studios. Obviously, this has been coming for a while now. We've had Innie Builds do their version. Let's see what you think about their version. Got giveaways for both of those as well. I like the terminal, the fact that it is updated, but prefer the Pilot Plus version. Yeah, I need to see. I don't know if it, again, Trevor, I don't know what the hell's happened to Pilot Plus. I'd like to know what's going on. I did try to email one of the guys from there when things went quiet, but I didn't get an email back. The website still works. It's still, you can still buy the stuff. You can still buy the stuff on Orbex. Not too sure, but I haven't tried it on 2024. Let me just quickly, guys, let me just pop an EasyJet onto the ground. And I just want to obviously show you guys obviously the GSX profile work, and I know people get interested in obviously things like that. It's not something I use heavily, but we'll stick it on gate 25 there. I think my Phoenix might already be started up, but we'll have a little look, eh? And then, as I say, a copy to give away. As you guys know by now, stick your email into your YouTube profile. I'll pick a winner. Start getting active now, guys, because as I say, I will be announcing this in the next 10 minutes. Zim, Life of 40, UT23, Ape, Gary, Dave, Mark. You're currently not entered, so I've only got Carl, Trevor, and Tony currently in with a chance of winning. So if you are interested, you guys that I've just mentioned, get yourself back into the live chat. You can see a couple of planes have already there as well.
Ground services.
Got an EasyJet over there. That might be my. That is. I think that is FS traffic.
You need to stop the engines to request ground services.
I know. Jesus God, woman. Right, okay. Party hats for elephants. I love it, Carl. But yeah, I'll have to reinstall Pilot Plus Bristol just to see. Have those people got snow on their heads? You know what, guys? Those people have got snow on their heads. I'll have to tell SoFly about that. Oh my God. Guys, go and get yourself dried off. We've got a few leaks in the roof here, but yeah, you know, you look fantastic. You look fantastic. You'll be freezing, but you look great. Right, okay, let's have a little gander at the. Let's get the. Your GSX choice is Jet 2. Let's put Swissport on there. Let's get it to clear day now. Get everyone out in the open. Get that snow off their heads. Head and shoulders, I'm telling you. Yeah, I mean, Carl, what I would say is obviously... So, full disclosure, Aviation Lads does a fantastic job of trailers and cinematics. You know, best in the business. Yeah, some of your sort of older subscribers and viewers to the channel might know that there was a bit of tension between the two channels a while back due to a couple of things that, you know, I didn't handle so well and blah blah blah. It don't matter. He does amazing work on his channel and it's recognized, and I fully appreciate it. And his trailers are fantastic. But in general, Carl, I think trailers made by anyone, you can show what you want on a trailer. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I just want to show this control tower at a certain look, at a certain angle, at a, you know, at a, just a certain rotation, you know, example, you know, if I want this look, if I want to take it down and just give that camera a bit of a nudge, and there we go, nice little smooth pan. But then just below, it could look absolutely awful. Do you know what I mean? But I've completely missed it out. I'm not showing you what it is. So this is one reason why I've decided to still produce trailers on the channel, but just not as a higher frequency as I used to, and not as a just a thing that I do. So just, you know, not a the channel's all about trailers and cinematics. That's why sometimes I'm doing VR, sometimes I'm doing freeware videos. I like to live stream. This is the best way to show an airport off, or an actual pre-recorded review. A pre-recorded review of how the airport looks, getting into every nook and cranny, showing you the bad side, the good side, the you know, some of the best airports have still got their downsides. Trailers are great for promotional work. They're great to show on product pages. They're great to show when you've had, you know, it's to tart your product up. It's to show your product off the way you want people to see it. At the end of the day, people are gonna go and buy it and see what it's like anyway. People are gonna live stream like this. They're gonna go and put pre-recorded reviews of those airports on YouTube for all to see. So trailers, they're good to create. I'm doing a couple right now. I really enjoy doing them. It gets your sort of creative juices going, but they ain't properly gonna show a product. Even aircraft. An aircraft trailer, it's going to show you the beauty, the visuals, the sounds, the sights, but it ain't going to say this is what it's like to fly. The trailer isn't going to show you this aircraft is pretty amazing. You know, a study level. It's not quite study level. It's actually complete garbage. Trailers aren't going to do that. Trailers are always going to show you the you know, the flowers and the lovely fresh lavender smell of a new product. This is why for me right now the channel needs to do a mixture. I like doing trailers, but I prefer doing airport trailers as well, other than aircraft ones. But trailers don't show you the product. I don't think trailers in this particular genre, or most genres, they do sell products, but they don't give you a good idea. You guys who are buying products for flight simulation and want to get the lowdown, see what it's like before you buy it, watch videos or streams like this. And that's not just me saying, oh, you need to watch my streams or watch anyone else's streams like this. It's me saying this is how you find out if a product's good. Trailers are nice. Trailers look fantastic. The cinematic work, lovely stuff. They just don't quite, you know, show. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, guys. I don't have to go on about it. You know.
Boarding requested.
Do you want to board crew?
Both. There you go. That
Pilot's
door's
boarding starting.
There's the door open there. You're waiting for the cargo door to open. All right, fair enough. Can we jump into? I love that we can actually now walk around in the cabin of the Phoenix. Again, I'd love to see this in other planes. Really cool. I need to do this in VR.
Crew boarding starting.
Alright guys, you okay? I need to update GSX. They always update it so much. Alright guys, even taking the correct route, so, you know, that can show you sort of GSX work, and I would say the performance is still fantastic even with the Phoenix, which is usually a hog for my system. Can I open this now? Does it allow me to open it? Can you not open them now? No. I thought you could actually open the... Oh, you can. But why is it not? But I can't open my tablet because it's... Hang on. Hang on. Where's my ground? Where is it? Where is it? It says it open though. But it's not fully opening though. Maybe GSX, the update that is probably pending on there is probably fixed that by now. Right, where are we, guys? Right, okay, sorry, I apologise. We've gone past 10 minutes. Right, chaps, if you are looking to enter the giveaway to win a copy, please get active in the chat. The only person now who is entered to win this is Dave. So I'm going to give you a couple of minutes, guys. If you do want to win a copy, please chat amongst yourself in the chat in the next couple of minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. I've only got Dave currently entered, so get yourself into the chat, and I will announce the winner in 2 minutes.
Your crew has boarded.
Thank you.
Passengers boarding starting.
I am gonna just restart you though now. In it to win it. There we go. I've got the latest yet. So this is, I think this is the latest profile. It's done through the airport config program that I showed you before. So it seems fine. If you have enjoyed the stream and you're not subscribed, guys, if you're about to enter the giveaway, please make sure you subscribe. Please like the stream. Please keep an eye on my Discord and social media as well, because I am going live on Sunday. I've got a stream on Tuesday and Wednesday as well, guys. So Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, brand new airports releasing that week, next week. And 2 copies of those particular airports to give away. Some really, really interesting stuff as well. Excited to see what you think of those as well. 7 PM UK starts, as always. And yeah, we've got 2 copies of those airports. So on Tuesday, we've got Halfpenny Green, Wolverhampton Halfpenny Green by Ben and Blue Designs, their next release. And then on Wednesday, we've got Dreamflight Studios, Providence, Rhode Island. That's Theodore Francis Green International, I believe. I hope I've said that right. But yeah, keen to see. Carl, please tune in, mate. You will not be disappointed. It's just, oh, mate. It's bloody gorgeous. It's bloody gorgeous. Get yourself some blue light filters if you're sticking with VR. Oh, okay. Since they didn't mention it for 4 months. Yeah, mate, I have been speaking to Dreamflight, and it's one of those, unfortunately, mate. You know, small team, real life stuff going on. Not much in the sort of the way of time of jumping on, but mate, I've seen it. It's gorgeous. The detail is just, yeah. Again, another really complete airport. Buildings look fantastic. Interior looks gorgeous. Very, very nice. Very nice. Is there an update to Providence since Expo? So obviously we've had INI builds. We've had 2. We haven't had 2. We were shown, or I think we were shown, Dreamflight Studios were doing it. INI builds then brought their version out of it, but we also have Dreamflight Studios with their version, and it is out next week. Looking forward to Burn and Blues. Burn and Blues, mate. Wolverhampton Halfpenny Green, again, another fantastic, very, very detailed airport, again, from Burn and Blue. Look, can't wait to show you that. So 2 to give away on that one, 2 to give away on Rhode Island. Right, guys, let's get this going. I've had a couple of more people get involved in the giveaway, so let's do this now and get you guys sorted out with a copy. Where are we? Where is that gone? Where's that gone? There it is. There it is. I need to get this a bit more streamlined. Let's have a little look. Right, okay, so you can see who's entered there. Let's pick a winner. Good luck, everybody. Trevor, You are the winner, my friend. You are the winner. So let me just double check, mate. Congratulations, my friend. Just let me know your email in your YouTube description is currently up to date, mate, and I can get that sorted out for you. I can get an email sorted to you in the next hour or so. Brian, could you pass? It's up to you, mate. It's up to you. Do you want to choose someone to pass it to? We've got Zimby, we've got Ape, we've got Tony, Gary, Mark. It's up to you. I can pass it. It's up to you. Do you want to pass it to someone? Do you want to do a random name? Or do you want me to redraw it? It's up to you. Let me know. And of course I will, mate. Just let me know, mate. You can choose. I'll let you choose the winner. You are a long time subscriber, viewer to the channel, so it's up to you, my friend. Obviously, I'm sure it's a nice airport for free. Thank you, Carl. Carl has been really active. Okay, well, it's up to you. Do you want to pass it along to Carl, Trevor? If you do, mate, thumbs up or just say yeah, and I can pass it on to Carl. Please pass it on. Perfect. Okay, Carl, well, there you go. No worries, mate. No worries. No, yeah. Well, listen, mate. Thanks for tuning, mate. Just the fact that everyone's tuned in, mate, give obviously the opportunity to the channel and watching me for the last 2 hours and getting involved, and your opinions matter. You coming into the stream matters to me, guys. It matters that you've spent time out of your evening. And you got involved. So yeah, Carl, just confirm, mate, that the email that's on your YouTube, it reveals the email is the correct one, and I'll send you an email, mate, within the next hour or two. Just confirm that before we end, and I'll let you guys go. 7 p.m. Sunday, we take a look at Doncaster Sheffield Airport, an in development look. So keep in mind, it isn't finished, not by any stretch. But it's going to give you an idea of the quality and how detailed and how accurate Perseverance Scenery wants to make this rendition of Doncaster Sheffield for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. He will be also with us, so Liam from Perseverance Scenery, the guy himself, will be with us on Discord and will be getting part and taking any questions, answering questions, and obviously any questions you have, tune in 7 p.m. Tuesday. We're heading over to Wolverhampton Halfpenny Green by Bernard Blue Designs. 2 copies of that to give away when it releases, of course, next week. That is fantastic. And then we've got, again Rhode Island, Providence, KPVD. This is the Dream Flight Studios version, not the Innie Builds version. So it's a brand new version. Looks fantastic. Can't wait to share that with you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and again, you can get this from the description below. It's all linked. Massive thank you to SoFly for giving me the opportunity to check this out. I think it's fantastic. I love the detail. I think the general aviation side of the airport needs a bit of a spruce. I think you guys, with what you've done on this side, on the left, you can really do wonders on the right hand side. With that being said, I think overall I'm really pleased with just the amount of detail that they've put into the immediate area. The night lighting looks fantastic as well. Really, really cool. Right, guys, I am going to leave you there. I need a drink. I'm going to get myself a cup of tea and some chocolate. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for tuning in. And again, make sure you are back. Oh, there's a plane. Oh. Sorry. He was going. We've got an EastJet on approach here, guys. This will be the... Oh. Is he landing? Yeah, he is. This is Just Flight's traffic. No flare. No flare. Hey, his spoilers and his reverse thrust is out though. Bouncing along the tarmac. There we go. Anyway, yeah, guys, keep an eye. Discord, if you're not on there, linked in the description. Social media as well, also linked in the description. All of my live streams for the next week or so, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, are all scheduled now, so they're all available. The links there, they're on. I'll be reminded on Discord and social media. But yeah, for now, guys, have a good evening, and I will see you again at the weekend. If nothing else comes up. You never know, do you? Yeah, you never know. See you later, guys.